Hawkeyes kicking off their Big Ten season against the Golden Gophers on Saturday. Second of 4 trophy games on the season for them, trying to keep Floyd in Iowa City. Pick this one up, second quarter. Hawkeyes already up a field goal. Jake Rudock hits Adam Cox 35 yards on 3rd and 3 deep into Gopher territory to set this up later, same drive. 3rd and goal from the 4. Rudock scrambles. He'll just keep it himself into the end zone. Another rushing touchdown for him. And the Hawkeyes up 10-0. Next Gopher drive. Philip Nelson looking, scrambles, looking, throws. Intercepted by Christian Kirksey, and you need to see this again. He manages to get his hands underneath the football before it hits the ground. Officials review. They confirm that'll lead to this 39-yard attempt by Mike Meyer, but it is no good. Bounces right off the upright, but the Gophers will have to punt on the following drive, which leads to this. Rudock to Damon Powell. And look at him go. 74 yards. All the way into the end zone. 2 plays, 85 yards, 40 seconds on the scoring drive, and the Hawkeyes take a 17-0 lead to half. Now, 3rd quarter, Rudock using his legs again, 22 yards into Gopher territory, and then 2 plays later, given to the workhorse himself, Mark Weisman, 18 yards here, down to the 7 to set up this 23-yard field goal attempt by Mike Meyer. This time, he splits the uprights. 20-0 Hawkeyes, however, ensuing kickoff. And that's Marcus Jones breaking free, 66 yards down to the Iowa 34 to set up this. Philip Nelson looking, 23 yards, and he hits Derek Engel in the end zone. It's a 2-score game as we go 4th quarter. Hawkeyes driving, Rudock freezing. And this is Brock Vereen, and he's just going to cut this one off and intercept it, but nothing comes of it for the Gophers, and the Hawkeyes get another field goal. So last chance for Minnesota, and James Morris with the interception, icing the game for the Hawkeyes. Here it is again. Iowa victorious 23-7. They keep Floyd 1-0 in the Big Ten. They nearly triple total offensive yardage of Minnesota. We'll send it to Josh Bolander for more post-game analysis.
Even before Jordan Cotton waited to receive the opening kickoff, before Kirk Ferentz led his 3-1 squad into their most hostile environment yet, Saturday's Floyd of Rosedale game with Minnesota was billed as a matchup that would be won between the trenches. A true test of physicality and preparation, a game that both fans, players, and coaches would certainly describe as old school. There hasn't been much talk about Iowa's offensive line in 2013. Most Iowa fans forget that their head coach specializes in coaching up the big men up front, and they've quietly responded, dominating every opponent they've seen thus far, and the case was no different in the Twin Cities on Saturday, as Mark Weisman and Damon Bullock had plenty of room to run through, again, and again, and again.
The holes out there were huge. It was great. It's great to run behind them. They do such a good job for us. It's awesome.
The offensive line does a great job lifting any pressure I might have on myself. And the fact is, all of us are working towards one common goal.
So we want to be the most physical unit on the field, and we want to open the holes and protect the quarterback. And I think we did a great job today, but we got a long ways to go.
Perhaps the biggest surprise in Minneapolis was on the opposite side of the ball, though. The linebacking trio of James Morris, Anthony Hitchens, and Christian Kirksey are no secret to the rest of the country, but the Black and Gold's defensive front 7 were the key to Iowa's 4th consecutive victory, bottling up the Gophers' notorious ground game and getting to the quarterback more times on Saturday than they did in all of 2012.
We hold ourselves to a high standard right now as a defensive unit, and we want to be perfect, as close as perfect as we can, so we can win. Defense wins championships.
What made Iowa's victory all the more impressive was the team's ability to seize the moment when they needed to, something that Minnesota failed to do all afternoon in TCF Bank, as Jerry Kill's squad failed to execute in the few times where Phil Parker's defense did lapse. As the Iowa offense seemed to capture the moment, their performance a complete one, with plenty to look forward to as the squad continues to grow.
It remains to be seen whether this year's version of the Black and Gold can erase the memories of an ugly 2012 campaign, especially considering last year's squad was 4-2 through 6 games and sitting atop the Legends division. The reality? Iowa has won 2 straight trophy games over their northern neighbors, 4 straight overall, and welcome in a struggling Michigan State squad next week to Kinnick Stadium, looking to improve to 5-1 heading into their bye week. Wrapping up post-game coverage of Iowa's 23-7 Floyd of Rosedale victory at TCF Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota, I'm Josh Bolander, Daily Iowan TV Sports.